Hi, I don't know what's going on with my Facebook Live today. I've been live twice and both times from the laptop and both times it's cut off and went to like, oh, reload page. But I'm just going to have to upload this reading to YouTube as in 2 parts. So if you're on YouTube and watching this is part 2 of the Stephen Gately reading, looking into the energies of what happened regarding the outing of Stephen Gately with the Boyzone. Presumably it's Louis Walsh, and based on the energies of these cards, absolutely was. I'll repeat these. I haven't gone too far into it yet, so the first part should be quite short. But what I'm seeing so far, it wasn't his choice to come out. The first part will explain deeper. Choice is taken away from him. It did lead to the breakdown of a connection. I'm reading this Empress, which I think was in reverse, as Louis Walsh. Because, well, usually to me Empresses, Queens, they're all like female, but because every time I look at this card, I'm feeling like it represents a gay man. You know how, I guess, like gay men clutch the queens and things like that. But yeah, the pain in the band, there was pain left over from this, what this person did. I am seeing when I look at this card, again, the first part will say more, I'm just kind of giving a brief. I saw the boys in an office with an impartial person, as in it wasn't Louis, it wasn't somebody who did, or whoever allegedly did this outing of Stephen. We're looking to why Louis, if it was Louis, if I'm reading this correctly, did it. But it was on this card that I am seeing Stephen Gately standing, and then the band is like around him. So it's like a protective energy around Stephen. They were very protective around him. But Stephen could not get over that. He could not get over the betrayal. He could not get over, like, I can't believe you helped our band come so far, you built us up. And he couldn't see how things would get better and recover with the relationship with this person, if it's Louis. But he stood strong and he felt supported and loved because his band members, and maybe I don't remember about back then if there was a lot of support from the fans. It was a different era, wasn't it? But surely, hopefully they were all very nice about it. He couldn't see a future with the person who I'm reading as Louis, entertainment purposes only, allegedly. He couldn't see continuing a future with the relationship, professional relationship. I think they maybe viewed Louis as a bit of a friend or like a support person, or I don't know. They viewed him very differently. None of them even liked him. And I did see in the first part of this reading, Ronan, I don't know why Ronan kept coming through, but Ronan Keating kind of standing there grim face, like his mood changed whenever Louis was around. I don't know if Ronan was maybe the band daddy or whatever, but I see his energies changing when Louis. It's like he's clenched and tense, and you know, like just like, oh, that person. It's like an inner anger towards that person, not hatred, because I don't think he'd be a hateful person. But that's what it is. The pain ran deep because of what this Empress, who I'm reading as Louis Walsh, maybe it wasn't him. Who knows? I could be wrong. This is allegedly only. Yeah, but I am seeing with that person falling out the building, that is, to me, representing the downfall, because she's falling down, of the relationship, the working relationship with the Empress, possibly Louis Walsh. There's somebody gay. There is somebody gay. I do feel as well they had to continue the working relationship. Maybe it was some sort of contract to finish, maybe they couldn't get out of it, I don't know. Small print and all that, right? But there was a lot of pain after that. There was a lot of sadness, and things were not the same again. Probably even with the record label, that's what I'm feeling here. But I could be wrong. And there was a lot of like dark smoke, like just unforgiveness. Unforgiveness because this person did that. Somebody they trusted and thought something of. Somebody did this to them, not just Stephen, because what I feel it very heavily throughout this reading. What affects Stephen affected all of them because they were so close, and I like that type of energy for that band because they all do seem like pretty decent guys. They couldn't get over the pain. They were just like, we cannot go on like this. This person did this to a lot of resentment. I feel for some people, anger. For Stephen, it was hurt. But for the rest of them, although it was happening... Oh, what's wrong? What's wrong? Don't go and what's wrong? Tell Mummy what's wrong.
Mommy.
Yes. It's just a piece of paper. What happened?
No, it's a hat.
What?
It's hat.
A hat.
No, it's a hat.
It's inside a hat.
Yeah.
Is it an insect?
Yeah.
I'm just petrified of insects. I'll be back. Oh. Come and show me.
No, I say for.
Sanaya, there's no insect in this hat. What are you talking about? There's probably a bit of fluff or something. There's nothing there, Sanaya. Nothing there. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know if I will be able to upload to YouTube. I don't know if they're allowed to have children talking in the background. But there's a financial card in the bottom of this deck, which was giving contract, but it's upside down. Yeah, they couldn't get out of contract. That's what that card was trying to tell me. They couldn't get out of this contract. Financial card upside down. They had to finish what they started within that contract. I'm feeling 2 years for some reason. It came to me before. But I don't even know how long after that Sun article that Boyzone continued, or when did Ronan leave. Was this a part of why Ronan left? Because he couldn't get over, he couldn't continue to work with this man? Who was Ronan's manager? Pain. Pain that they could not recover from within the working relationship. But they did have to remain in the contract because of it. So I'll put them up there. I might say more. Okay. So what's next? Again, this is giving contract that they couldn't get. Like it is a marriage card, but in this reading, it's representing to me a contract, a business deal that they couldn't get out of. They had to stay in it. Is it where Ronan left? I need to look up when he left. They couldn't change things. They had to. For some of them, at least, they had to move forward. I keep feeling Ronan's energy quite heavily in this reading. Was he like really close with Stephen? Because he seems to be the one in the forefront of some of these energies. Which is interesting, because all I'm feeling from Stephen's energy is the pain, but Ronan's feeling, and the band in general were feeling resentment, but Ronan specifically, felt like an anger that he would just not let go of. I haven't watched documentaries, so I don't know what the other band members were like, but they had to move forward in that. They were trapped basically in this contract, but they had to move forward. And I'm seeing with this card, that's when it's okay. I do see with this card that is when Ronan started thinking about leaving basically and thinking about other options, because he could not let go of that anger. Yeah, they had to remain in that working relationship. And were very, very uncomfortable. Because the energy, the thing that this Empress did to them was always present. And it was always like in the room with them. And I'm seeing the Empress, whoever the Empress is, in my opinion, Louis. I'm seeing him be in the room with him and being all nicey nice. Because I feel like Louis, I'm not sure if Louis Walsh is just like one of these people who are nice, and because they lack maybe a lot of empathy and compassion, they're okay with just being nice and doing things like this and, you know, continuing being in the room and being nice like nothing happened. That feels to me the energy with this card connected to these. This feels like that he was okay, like it didn't even bother him. I'm not feeling any energy from Louis Walsh or whoever the Empress is. I'm not feeling guilt. I'm not seeing sadness. I'm not even seeing an apology was made at this stage. But I guess they couldn't very well confront him if they didn't have, you know, hard proof evidence. I do see though that they all knew that something was said or done, and they knew that that's why the kind of culprit was pointing that way. But they couldn't prove that thing was said or done. I guess in that day they didn't have smartphones, they didn't have social media, they didn't have, you know, things get caught nowadays more because people whip their phones out. But there was none of that back then. Death card. I feel this is Ronan. This card is giving Ronan's energy. This is what, I don't know how long after this happened that he actually left or went solo. He had quite a good solo career, didn't he? He had some good songs, like Roller Coaster, was it? Wait, did he write that song? I should look up the lyrics to that song and see if it connects. Funny how that came to my mind. But it was the end of it for this is giving Ronan's energy. I'm going to be honest with you. This is kind of the band, the contract. This is Ronan, and this is the band's energy present on this card as well. But I think it was upside down. But this one is Ronan's energy. Who could not see a future in a working relationship, even though they were bound by contract with this person. I strongly feel that this is what encouraged Ronan to start thinking about leaving. I don't feel that he left immediately, but that was the seed. He could no longer take it. And he went so far, I feel, until he couldn't, basically. I do feel like his energy lifted a little bit when he did leave. But I do also feel a sense of, I don't know if it's guilt or just something like, oh, I can't believe I left my boys and maybe I should have stuck to it. But he was able to let go of the resentment towards the Empress for doing that. Yeah, and I think he was quite happy to go on a solo career, because he didn't see a future with the band while they were connected to the Empress. He couldn't get over it, basically. So I think he took his chance when he had an opportunity to go solo. I'm not sure what happened with that, how that came about. I'm kind of seeing that he went and looked for the opportunity, or he went to some, I don't know if it was in the same record label, if he just kind of disbanded to free himself. He took it really hard. He took the betrayal really hard. I do see as well that the whole band carried the resentment with them, but not to the same extent as Ronan did, which is interesting because Ronan took it worse than Stephen. All I'm feeling from Stephen is the sadness at this stage. But yeah, to Ronan, that was the end of it. He was like, I've got to move on. Because he was so angry. So he made a decision to go solo, in my opinion, based on the cards. He had to go solo because of this Empress action that led to the break. I think they tried to break down the contract, but they were trapped. They couldn't get out. So I'm literally seeing this wand morph into a pen in my mind. But yeah, that is... I don't think he felt good about leaving the band. I think there was a sadness there. But, like, he would have stayed in the band. He would have stayed in the band a lot longer, I feel, based on this energy, if they were able to disband from the Empress. But they weren't. I do feel he would have stayed a lot longer. Who is the Queen of Wands? Who is this Stephen? Okay. I could be wrong, because nobody's here to tell us. Be nice if there was. But Stephen definitely had, I'm not feeling a heavy sense of pain and sadness after a little while. I think because he has such good support around him is what I'm reading this as, this Queen of Wands. It does feel like Stephen to me. Again, it's a queen. He had support around him, and that helped. That really, really helped him move on and go forward and feel a sense of worth, a sense of a lot of support, a sense of love as well, and pride, I feel, is coming through there. Not in an egotistical way, but in a supported, okay, I'm important, I'm loved, I'm special, these people are around me and we want the best, whatever. Whatever that was, that did help him heal a little bit from this poor situation here. But he did carry on a very small amount, because he was happy. I do see him being happy and content with life, but I'm seeing like underneath, I'm seeing it as like a layer. Here's like the happiness layer, whatever, the fulfillment layer, supported, loved, you know, good people around me, I'm happy, I'm able to go on with my life and find joy in the day-to-day things. But there underneath here, there's like this amount of sadness and pain from what happened. So he was carrying that with him, but overall he was able to move forward and be happy and not think about it too much, I feel. There's something about the gay community at that point where I think maybe they specifically showed support and love to Stephen. It'd be like, yeah, you're one of the girl types, like you're one of us, you know. Maybe that helped him a little bit. Maybe he felt like, he's not giving I'm an icon type of thing, but that's, I guess, like you would call it nowadays, maybe like, oh, you're a gay icon. Maybe back then there wasn't as much, like Kavanagh is gay, but back then he didn't, you know, make it known whether if he was like famous now, a singer now, he would be like, oh, I'm gay, and everyone's like, cool, it's so much more accepted now, but back then it wasn't. So I think there was a sense of surprise there on some level of how supportive people were, and maybe it helped other people come out as well. I'm seeing somebody come out to their parents at that time, because, oh, Stephen's gay, I love Stephen, I love Boyzone, you know, maybe it's okay because he's gay. So I think in his mind, based on the energies of this card, that helped him. Knowing that he, even though it wasn't his choice, he saw something positive in this, because he was able to encourage others to come out, or maybe there was like fan letters sent to him, because back then there was like a P.O. box, wasn't there? I don't know about Ireland if it was a P.O. box, but it was in the UK. There must have been a similar thing, because back in the 90s and 2000s we had maybe in the 2000s, was it the 90s? Yeah, well, we had like P.O. box and stuff like that, and fan mail. A lot of people got fan mail back in those days, but that touched his heart. The way, specifically, I'm reading for the gay community from this energy here, the two flowers, that's giving young people in the gay community who were fans of Boyzone, and some who were not even fans of Boyzone, who were like, it gave Stephen a sense of, I think that's where the pride's coming from. Of course, when you get gay pride, I don't know if that was a thing then, was it? But yeah, that's what that's giving. A sense of like, it made his heart feel more settled, like settlement kind of type of energy. Knowing that he was able to help and be there and encourage others to come out. Almost like he didn't see himself this way. He did not see himself this way. But I guess in terms of like, well, we were to describe it, I feel like he doesn't want me to use this word, but role model. He doesn't want me to use that word because he thinks that's egotistical. That's what I'm feeling. So if I'm picking him up, then we will see if there's a message for the fans here. Or maybe even a message for the LGBT community. That'd be nice. He was able to heal somewhat before he passed away. I'm not saying all the way, because there was still residues of pain there, and the memory, I guess, as well. But it didn't affect his emotions too much, I feel. There's something about money here. Stephen didn't care about the money from this band. It was the band that was important to him. There's something about money as well. What is it? Why is this connected to the coming out? It's connected to the coming out thing. I feel like he's trying to tell me, if he's here, that the money didn't matter. I think it's making a difference matter. Making a difference to lives and the emotional and mental well-being, even to other people who are in the same boat as him, as in being gay during a time period where, although it was kind of accepted, it wasn't as widely accepted as it is now, and I guess there was more fears maybe back then to come out to your parents or come out to the world or your friends or whatever, and now people are just like, you're gay, cool, you know, sometimes I even ask people, like, okay, what's your type, do you like men, women? So you just ask them. So far, nobody I've asked has been offended by that, even if they're straight. Also, I do give people the opportunity to say, if you want to keep it private, that's fine, you know, not my business. But he had a sense of pride knowing that he was able to help others. And others were able, again, I'm seeing it, sorry if I'm repeating myself, but I have to say what comes through. People were able to grow because of him and be themselves, like coming out. I'm seeing like a flower flourish, so coming out. But it's not just coming out as in coming out, it's coming out as in like coming out and be like themselves and be more comfortable with themselves and be at peace with like, oh, I'm gay, this is good. There was something prominent, but I don't think was known widely, but it was known within people, and Stephen had seen that at the time, and I think being in the afterlife, he can see that now, but he keeps telling me that he didn't care about the money, making a difference with what mattered to him. The money's nothing, he's saying, basically. That's what that is. I'm kind of feeling like he would do it all over again, just to get that reaction and help the gay community. He would put himself through pain all over again, just to be able to help others with the flowers here. And he knows, he's at peace with the fact that he was able to help others. And I'm looking at the earrings, and I'm seeing like people were able to be more flamboyant because of Stephen coming out. They were like, I'm seeing it as like some people maybe back then. I don't know. I'm not gay, so I wouldn't know. I did have a gay friend back then though, and he specifically come into my mind because he at that time he would wear like just jeans and like tops and stuff when people thought he was straight. And then when he came out, he started wearing like really flamboyant clothes and like zebra trousers, and it was really cool, really good look on him. That's what I'm kind of seeing. People coming out and able to express themselves more and just be more flamboyant in general. Like, I'm actually gay, I'm actually okay, I'm, you know, more at peace with that now, and I can be myself because look, Stephen Gately. And there's a strong sense of pride that Stephen Gately was able to do that for people, and I love that. I love that. Be yourselves, people, okay? Who cares if you're wearing an orange bin bag? If you like it, you rock it. Choices, decisions, but he's at peace with the choices and decisions made during that time. He was able to move forward with his life. This is reassuring because I'm feeling, based on these two cards of positive energy here, this is between the time period of, I feel like I'm reading this in order, between the time period of him realising that people were appreciative of it, and some sort of period between then, like after things had settled and before he passed away. There's the energies here. He was able to move forward with life. Positive energies here. Again, a sense of pride and knowing, and that gave him so much peace in his heart, knowing that there was people out there who not just supported him, but were like him, and that he was able to give them comfort with themselves. That he viewed that as a form of support, community. And he didn't see himself as being above anyone. Like, he didn't see himself as this, like, every time I think of the word role model in my head, I'm getting an energy over here, like, tense. He hates that. He hates thinking that, there's a Boyzone song on the TV right now, it's on mute. He hates that. He's really uncomfortable with that term because he sees himself as being so equal to everyone. Like, I'm one of you. I may be a celebrity, I may be like a singer in a public eye, but I'm not better than you, I'm not bigger than you, I'm not more important than you. That's beautiful. What a genuine, beautiful soul. Beautiful soul. Oh, I need more like you, Stephen. There was places he was going that I feel because of this situation, although it was all negative, I'm getting a sense of peace wash over me. There was places he was going. I don't know if it was abroad. I don't know if it was just if it was a metaphor for going places in life. But I'm feeling travel. I don't know if he travelled anywhere or it's a holiday. I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely like physical places. He went places, and I'm not sure if he had support. I'm seeing like a bit of support around, like dotted around, because back then I think we didn't have like smartphones, so we'd like ask people for autographs. Like maybe he was I'm seeing him being approached by one or maybe a few. Remember, I'm seeing a crop top, a skinny guy wearing a crop top, youngish, and he's been like really flamboyant. Flamboyant is maybe not the right word. I don't know the technical terms now. Maybe I should ask some of my friends who are in the LGBT community. Maybe I should just educate myself more because I am pro-equality. But I'm seeing like a guy, a skinny guy in a crop top, a white crop top, and it's giving like really camp, you know, like Queen type vibe. And he approached Stephen. There was maybe something that was said there, but Stephen wasn't in probably not even in Ireland, maybe the UK, somewhere in the UK I feel. I'm thinking Glasgow, but it could be somewhere else. It could be England. See, it was somewhere between, in the geographical region between Glasgow and like north east England. I know it's like west to east, but that's the geographical location it's given me. Maybe there's something about the two, Glasgow and northeast England. I don't know if it's like Newcastle or somewhere just below Newcastle, and my geography's terrible. But somewhere between those places, it does feel like there's two places in this card that were a bit prominent to him, that he was able to plant seeds or some sort of, all the support, all the love that Stephen got as a result of this being forced upon him, this coming out, being forced upon him, was actually very good for him. And I think he viewed this positively. A little bit like how when I miscarried in 2009, I went vegan after that because I found out what happened to the cows. And this is what this is giving, taking something positive out of a negative situation. Do you know what I mean? Because I no longer grieve that situation. But this is what this is giving. Yeah. I think he felt comforted. There's something about him feeling like not feeling special, but a special feeling inside him, because he really did view himself as like equal to everybody. Like, although he was loved and supported by the fans, he literally saw them as like, I'm seeing things like this. There's an energy that's going like that, and like seeing him like eye level, which I guess if you were reading for somebody who was narcissistic, they would feel like up here and other people's energy would be down here. And Stevens was like, I am the same as you, I'm equal to you, I'm just, okay, maybe got money, I'm a celebrity, but that's not how he viewed himself. He was able to travel in peace and go forward in peace because of the way people were reacting. That's what that is. And I feel like that maybe kept his feet on the ground as well. He held on to the situation, but he held on to it, residues of negative emotions, I guess. But overall, he viewed this as a very positive thing, I feel. That's surprising. That's nice. So, oh, do you want that? Right, I need something to put this phone on. It was on a Doris toy, because sometimes I leave the phone on the laptop, it goes like, you hear like a Hoover type sound, and it's the speakers. I did unplug the laptop. Wow. Whoever did this did it on purpose. They did it with aggression, and they just didn't care. Their reasons were malicious. Negative energy on that card. And I do see that even when after that person did it, the person was able to go on like nothing happened, which I guess is why it was so easy for this to be, the truth to be hidden and not out in gossip magazines and anything like that. Let's see what the next card says. There was a time period where this person who outed Stephen even wanted things to go sour or bad or affect the person specifically, Stephen specifically, in a negative way. They actually wanted to hurt Stephen. And they were shocked, I think, that it didn't affect Stephen in the way that this person, this was in reverse, the way that the person, he didn't get the results he wanted. Okay, I maybe shouldn't have maybe should have done this without having preconceived ideas, but I do feel there's a background energy of someone threatening to out Louis Walsh with the mountains. It's background energy, because that, I think as well, the person who did it, possibly Louis, possibly not, allegedly, entertainment purposes only, it's just cards, can't prove anything, I'm just a tarot reader, I don't have evidence, but I think I'm right. I think my initial suspicions were right. There's a background energy, and I think when this person did this, there was an energy of wanting to hurt Stephen, and that seemed to be the focal point there. But there's also a background energy, and I'm hearing, I'm not going to let this go. Someone, a non-celebrity, whether it's somebody, I feel like it's not somebody in the business, I feel like it's somebody else, somebody who we don't know, or maybe we did know of, I don't know. It does feel like somebody we don't know. A young male, they're probably not that young now, but so 20 years ago, saying he keeps saying I'm not going to let this go, and shaking his head. A young guy, white guy, with fair, what's was he white, is it Louis? Microaggressions and all that. He's not letting it go. And that surprised the Empress that outed Stephen. So I do feel like he did it to take the attention off of him. It's a faint energy, because the prominent energies are the anger, that's some sort of spite, distaste. I feel like there might have even been someone telling him, don't do it. Don't do it. He's like, I don't care. Yeah, because he was holding on to a secret! This was in reverse. This is not how I usually read the Queen of Pentacles, but I do read intuitively. Queen of Pentacles holding on to that. That's the secret. Mountains in the background, that's the person. The darkness, not letting it go. That surprised him. I don't think he got the results he wanted, and that disappointed him. Has Louis ever been outed? Has there ever been stories about that? I think we all know But I don't feel that Louis has ever said I'm gay. I don't think he's ever said that. If he has, maybe I'm not aware and can pay attention. I haven't read the newspaper since I was 15 because of the crap they were printing about the Spice Girls. I started and stopped down, so I'm like, I'm not reading this. I always want to read negativity. Yep, stagnant energy from the Empress who outed them. I'm feeling strongly they didn't get the results they wanted. That gave them a sense of disappointment, and I feel like they wanted attention on some level. He wanted to create a stir. He wanted to create a stir on purpose, creating a stir, not just to mask his own, whatever he was masking, whatever secret he was holding on to, sexuality. It was a sexuality. So someone in the background, based on the readings, I could be wrong, wanted to out him. An ex-lover. A secret ex-lover. This card to go out to pop up. Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, perfect pairing, lovers. Non-celebrity. I'm feeling again non-celebrity. I don't know if they were living together or planning to live together. Or they couldn't live together because Louis didn't want anyone to know he was living with a man. The person wanted to move in with Louis. The person wanted to live with him. But Louis was like, based on the energies here, or whoever the Empress is, whoever the gay person is, the gay male, is, no, he wanted to keep it too hidden. Like, put walls up. And I'm also seeing like a house putting really high walls up to hide secret, whether that's a metaphor for now I want to keep my secret hidden. But I'm also feeling like he wanted nobody to know he lived with a man, and maybe that was suggested by this person, that you've got money, why don't we just build up really high walls and nobody will see who you live with. But I think Louis would know that the paparazzi would be around, because I think it was paparazzi were worse back in that day, weren't they? Crowding people and hounding people. And he knew there would be too many roadblocks and too many chances for the media to get to his secret and know who he truly was, and Louis did not want that. It's an ex-lover. Somebody who actually did love Louis, and I feel Louis loved him too. The person didn't do anything about it in the end. I feel like once the person got over the hurt of the relationship breakdown, they just kind of moved on. Even though the energies here were giving, I'm not going to let this go. That was coming from a place of hurt, I see now. But they moved on. They moved on their piece of themselves now, I feel, based on the energies here, and moved on with someone else. Good for them. But he's a king. This is a nice guy, a nice warm energy person. Just hurt. They were trying to out Louis out from a place of hurt. And we've all done things out of hurt and anger, haven't we? But Louis' secret was safe, is what I'm seeing with the black house there, or castle there. There's something he still holds, this ex-lover just holding on to, though, from then, that time. I think it's a sense of guilt, because he also would have known that it was the Empress who outed Stephen. He also would have known, and there's a sense of guilt where he's like, oh, this is my fault. Do you know what I mean? Because he knows that he was threatened to out Louis, and Louis allegedly it was Louis, did this to hurt Stephen. Sense of guilt. He's not let go of that. So if anyone knows who this person is, tell him to let it go, because that emotions don't serve him. He needs to forgive himself. There's a heavy energy of that guy. He needs to forgive himself. Like, I see that he's happy and settled and committed. Probably even got a couple of kids with his new partner. I do see a boy and a girl. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. 2 kids, definitely. But he's still carrying that sense of the pentacle there. He's still carrying that sense of guilt. So if anyone knows who that King of Pentacles is there, who was in a relationship with the person who outed Stephen, let him know to let go of those emotions, okay? Do some healing work. Wasn't his fault. I feel like, to be honest with you, after I just said that, Louis would have done this eventually anyway. Because there's a taste of spite with that card. Heavy energy or taste of spite. So if anyone knows that person, the ex-lover, who wanted to move in with the Empress, i.e. possibly Louis, possibly someone else, who knows, somebody in the music business anyway, Louis would have done that anyway. It's not his fault, okay? Somebody pass that message on to him. If you know him, there's a definite taste of anger and spite, and I'm definitely feeling actually when I look at this card now, Louis would have done that anyway. He was out to get Stephen, or the band, one of the two. Stephen. He was jealous. He was jealous of Stephen. I guess because Stephen's young and he was good looking, and maybe there was something about Stephen that triggered the Empress, which could be Louis, could not be. Yeah, there was something about Stephen, because I think he was like happy. He's such a nice person. And nice people, I've noticed, nice, decent, genuine people always trigger people who are not decent and genuine. That happens every time. Wow. But I'm seeing it again. The person who did this didn't get the results he wanted, and that infuriated them deep down, but they did not show it. There's like a sense of calm, like acting calm, and everything's cool and everything's hunky-dory. And but they didn't get the reaction. Maybe he wanted a reaction from the band. Like, why did you do this to our boy? Do you know what I mean? Is the energy I'm picking up there? But he didn't get that. If the band had kept their cool, kept their calm, is what I'm feeling pretty strongly. And that really bothered this person, because he did it to stir things up. It's almost like he did it for attention. So although I think he was going to plan on doing it anyways, what I feel, but not at that point. I feel like he was going to, within a couple of years, maybe a few years, have done this anyway, have taken action on this anyway. But that thing just kind of like propelled it a bit forward, I guess. He carries a lot of jealousy and guilt and resentment. This Empress that did this is a very spiteful and unhealed person. I'm very jealous too. But they don't show any of it. They're so... I don't think he's a narcissist, but it's almost giving narcissistic. You know where like narcissists can like pain you and then after 10 minutes later like everything's fine and never apologise, and they don't feel that they need to apologise. That's what this is giving. I'm not seen as a narcissist, but that's what it's giving. Oh, goodness me. I feel though that Stephen, I feel like these cards are a message from Stephen, was able to, he found a sense of peace. He did not die unhappy. Look at this happy card. That's how he felt. That was his energy when he passed away. He was not carrying any resentment for this Empress, because he viewed it as a bit of a blessing, I feel. He viewed it as a good thing. Okay, he didn't like it at the time, and it hurt him at the time and shocked him to the core, but he got over that fairly quickly, I feel. Because of the reactions from people, specifically the gay community. He was definitely very happy before he passed away. He had a partner, didn't he, when at the time he passed away? Wasn't the partner who found him like on a sofa or something, if I remember it? I don't remember what the story was. Maybe I should have read a bit before I did this. But then you don't want to like read stuff and then have it influence what you see, so maybe it's a good thing I didn't read. But I will be fact-checking myself after this. Yeah, he'd moved on. He moved on by the time he passed away. He's literally carrying no resentment in where he is now about this, because he was again at peace and settled with the fact that he was able to move forward, and he was, not him directly, but what happened was able to do a good thing for the gay community and make people feel like they can love themselves and be gay, you know? Like, I like men, I'm okay with that now, because look, Stephen Gay at least does it, you know? Or is gay, do you know what I mean? What's this about the house though? So this is his energy before he passed away. He was able to move forward from all that happened. He still remembered it, but he was able to move forward from that hurt and pain. The smoke, the clouds, to me, the smoke, but the smoke had cleared. They're white, so they'd cleared, and he keeps telling me he was really like happy. He viewed it as a good thing. He'd cried about it, I feel, been upset about it. I'm seeing Ronan again, he's coming through, but like rub his shoulder from like standing behind, kind of like that. It's like a supportive type of energy. But he had a lot of support around him. And he was able to let go of the hurt, pain, resentment, anger because of that. Because of people who loved him. There's a really strong sense of love here. And I feel like himself is such a loving guy. I'm not picking up any sense of forgiveness to the Empress, the gay person who outed him. I'm not picking up any resentment towards that person at all. It was like, actually, forgiveness just come through. Forgiveness, I forgive you. What you did wasn't nice, but that's a reflection of you and not a reflection of me or anyone in the gay community, and he's okay with that. He keeps giving me heavy energies of how equal he is to everyone else, and he's in the same boat as them, the gay community. And actually, in a weird way, what happened helped Stephen push through in life as a gay male, I think. Being outed, he no longer had to mask who he was, and I think that actually, in a weird way, like unintended way, helped him find a better sense of peace within himself and outside of himself. It's okay, Mummy took it on purpose. I don't need it plugged in. the laptop wires on the floor, so she's like, but anyway, that's quite beautiful. He did cry, but then at the end of the tears, there was happiness. Like, there's a period of being upset and crying, but then I think because of the way things went, there was like a switch. It may have been slow, but I'm seeing it as quite quickly. Love. Everyone pouring love into him helped him love himself more. And maybe there's a sense of, like, you know, when like girls would fawn over him back in the day, maybe that, I don't know how that would feel. Would that feel uncomfortable if you were gay and you had like girls like thinking you were straight and you maybe had to pretend that you were? It's masking, of course, which is not going to be comfortable for most people. It's okay, put it there. And there's a sense of, maybe there was like guys coming up to him, and you know, after that, or maybe like when the females did come up to him, they showed him love, it was more like a friendship love. It's kind of what I'm feeling, and that helped him. Like, he didn't feel like he had to mask anymore. The mask was off, and people actually still loved me as Stephen Gailey, as a Boyzone member, and as a gay man. People were still. That's what I'm picking up with that anyway. I'm not picking up any negative energies from fans or anything like that, so that's good. But this is all that really helped him be more comfortable and at ease with himself. Like, okay, a female's coming on to me and telling me she wants to marry me. That's what we used to do back then, isn't it? There was none of that. And I think that maybe helped him let go of something in some level. I'm seeing something being let go. I think it's a mask coming off and not having to pretend, you know? Because maybe females stopped saying, I want to marry you, and it didn't make him feel uncomfortable within himself, because he had to, like, you wouldn't have been able to say before, actually, I want to marry a man, you know. It's just being it more himself, I guess. And probably having men, like even like fans that you wouldn't date, come on to him, made him feel loved and supported. I like that. He saw brighter days because of that, and the emotions are, the water here is so calm. The love going into the cup is so heavy. That's self-love. It's love from other people, but it's also giving the love from other people helps Stephen love himself more. I like that. I like that. So, what would Stephen... People are seeing the truth. People are seeing the lies and deceit. So if you're speculating, in my opinion, allegedly, and entertainment purposes only, if you're thinking that the Empress who outed Stephen is Louis, you are correct. Because people are seeing the lies and deceit now. They're seeing things as they are. Lies, deceit, out in the open. Moon card. Negative energy, toxic energy maybe even. They're seeing, your intuition is correct, okay? You're seeing things as they are. And people, I'm not sure if that's a laptop or a pen. I think it's a laptop. Online. I thought it was a pen and paper when I first got this deck. But anyway, they're seeing, this is the fans today. This is present energy. Present energy for today. People online who are speculating, you are correct. It was who you think it was. And that, Stephen's smiling. I see him smiling. That's giving him a sense of peace that he didn't think he would have, because it's in reverse. He didn't think that would ever be revealed, is what I'm feeling with this. He didn't think that people would ever figure it out. And I guess being decent, genuine guys, and I guess they didn't at the time anyway, the band didn't want to... I guess the band didn't want people to think they were being spiteful. Maybe they didn't want, they're classy guys. They all do seem like decent guys. So probably they didn't want to make... I feel they didn't want to lower themselves, is how I should word that, because I'm struggling to get the words together. They didn't want to lower themselves, and also they didn't want to look... They didn't want to engage in that negativity. I feel like one specific band member, again I'm feeling Ronan, didn't want to engage in the negativity, because one of them saying, like, thinking logically, we can't prove it. We don't want to be petty. We don't want to start a big media war. We don't want to upset the fans. We want to keep this, like, we know who it was. We'll just keep it hidden and we'll move on with our lives. And maybe the support and the love that was given during that time from the fans, from, I don't know how the media reacted. Like I said, I stopped reading tabloids when I was 15. Maybe, magazines. Were magazines supportive during that time? Because there's a sense of that there. Magazines. You're all seeing the truth now. And Stephen's at peace with that. He did not think that would happen. That day would come, is what I'm feeling with this card. So he's happy about that. But he doesn't want people to be nasty to Louis. That's what I'm picking up here. Because he's a nice guy. It's a beautiful energy here. He doesn't want people to be nasty to Louis, okay? So just keep your hate to yourself. Just know the truth. And... instead of showing hate to Louis, why not show love to the LGBT community? Is the vibe I'm getting here, okay? Because Stephen's not a hateful person. So if you're thinking, oh, let's stand up for Stephen, why don't, in general, lightworker energy here, show love, not hate, okay? I have shown hate in the past and I've been very wrong and I've learnt my lessons from that. That will carry on throughout life. Please don't, I mean, when do we learn? Do you know what I mean? Justin Timberlake, Justin Bieber, we were all hating, I wasn't, but a lot of people were hating on him for a while. He's a young lad. And now we all understand, oh, poor guy's gone through that parties, you know? When are we going to start to realise, feel guilty for hating people? Even this Empress who outed him doesn't deserve hate. Because although they did terrible actions and terrible things with disingenuous, intentionally hurting reasons, even that person doesn't deserve hate. They need love. I'm not going to be the one to give it to them because I'm trying to love myself right now. But Stephen doesn't want you to give hate. The best way to deal with this, I'm feeling so strongly, is show love to the gay community. Okay? Stand up for the gay community. Let them feel heard. I'm not even reading this from cards, it's just coming through. I feel like Stephen Gately is here. Or it does feel like him to me, but it could just be someone who knows him well and knows what he would say, but they're telling me that's wrong. Don't be hasty in your decisions and don't be hateful. Don't think that it's okay to show hate rather than show love to people who need it. Because there's people out there in the gay community, even today, who have family members, friends who might be Republicans, might be, you know, very, very religious and not accept them or forget. And they're living in fear. There's a sense of them living in fear. Show love to those people who need it. Because just because you accept people being gay, not everyone is the same, okay? Some people are, dare I say it, quite brainwashed by religious ideologies and what they think God would want. In my opinion, God is a being of love. He would accept you for who you are, okay? Or she. That's what Stephen wants, okay? Because there's so many people out there. I'm again being drawn to people who are sitting in fear, worry, anxiety, maybe even depression, maybe even mental health, maybe even thinking about doing irreversible things and not being here anymore, if you know what I'm saying. There is some people, some young people out there who feel that way, okay? Seek out these kind of communities online and show them love. Show them love is what Stephen wants, okay? Don't be hasty and make hateful decisions and send hate to Louis Walsh. Ignore him. The best thing to do with negative energies is ignore them. Then they go away. So if you give hateful energy to hateful people, that is going to build up more hate inside of them and make them act more hateful. Because hate comes from a place of pain. This person is, I'm not looking into what the pain is, that's what's going on with this person. So if you give more hate, you cause more pain. Then it intensifies the level of their hate, the level of their unhealedness. So stop it. Stop the cycle now. So if you know anyone who's like that, ignore them. It's like when you grey rock, the grey rock method. Those of you who know what that means will know. Those of you who don't, ask and I'll do maybe a separate video. I don't know. That's what he wants. Act from love, not pain, and that will give Stephen a better sense of inner peace because he's feeling flustered or something, frustrated at people who are showing hate right now. Act on love, okay, and positivity. There's something else I want to say here. Use your phone. Use your phone to show love, but again, show love to the people who need it, like the gay community, and that will help people be stronger, okay, and that will help heal unhealed things and make sure you stop the cycle of negative actions, okay? Because that's going to really help him. That's going to really help the gay community, and specifically, I'm feeling. And also raise people up, make them feel like a better version of themselves. That's what he wants you to take action on, because he did not carry any of the pain and resentment when he passed away, so why should you? Why should you? This is not your pain. This is someone else's pain. And the messages I'm picking up here, to me, feel like they're from Stephen Gately. Although I can't see him, so I work on energies, so I can't prove it. These are just cards. But that's what I feel. He'd let go of all that pain and resentment. He was happy and at peace when he passed away. So why should you be holding on to this hatred, negativity and pain? Why should you be looking up here when you could be looking over here? Hate, love, okay? What do you want to choose today? Do you want to make a smart choice and add more pain to pained people and a pained energy and more Okay, energies are infinite. Someone said this to me, now I'm repeating it too, and I agree with that person. Energies are infinite, which means if you show hatred, I've done it myself, and since I've been working on my healing, I view things so differently. But when you give out energies of hatred, even if you're having a rant, and everyone who knows me knows I had a period where I was rant, it's because I was pained, so I was ranting. That was my expressive phase. I'm not like that now. In fact, that period was still even happening last year. But I'm healing. Not healed, healing. I was specifically, and so are you if you're doing this, specifically putting out more hateful energies into the world. Just by, even if it was having a rant about something. Even if I'm putting out a rant about this Empress who did this action to Stephen Gately, and I literally just heard Louis Walsh's name in my head. Allegedly, entertainment purposes only, and I can't prove a thing. But for those who know, no. Okay? I got lost where I was so shocked by that. He was literally telling me that this was him. But yeah, that is, energies. You put out, if you change what you do, your mindset, redirect your energies, transmute those energies of pain, negativity, and even rant. Even if it's something that matters. Okay, rant about, when you're talking about something that matters, okay, fine, talk about it. But talk about it, try and find like a diplomatic way to do it. I'm guilty of this myself, so I'm not, hold my hands up. But when you act from a place of love, you heal, Rainbow, you heal other people. Okay? So it's a bit like, there's so many things in this world that you can love. And anyway, without pain, we have no love. Love always balances out the pain, and there's beauty in pain, because there's literally beauty in pain, because what this Stephen went through as a result of this led him to a more beautiful and peaceful phase of his life. So why are you angry about that? He's not. Why should you be? Why should I be? Ignore negative people. Heavy energy on ignore negative people who are doing negative things, because that's the only way to get rid of them. If we all ignored the Kardashians today, if we all unfollowed them and stopped looking at what they're doing, even their kids, even if we're commenting, don't care, who cares about the Kardashians, you're then engaging in negativity, and you're then engaging in social media world, okay? Which is like, in social media terms of likes and comments, although you're not paying to put the comment, or you're not making money from the comment, that is how social media works. The more attention it gets, that's more money and popularity, even if it's negative. To some people, they can't distinguish between positive and negative energies or attention. Why is this card so prominent here? He's heavy on the negative energy. This card, this person, it's like radiating off the card, excuse me. But negative people do negative things. So if you're giving negative energy to that person, that energy is snowballing it. If you don't give negative energy to a negative situation, the snowball might stay the same size, it might get smaller, and it disappears. And then they can move on and deal with their pain and realise, okay, I'm feeling like hurt. And I can't focus on the hate I'm getting because I'm not getting hate anymore, I'm not getting attention. What will I do? You have to look inside yourself then, okay? Because if you're giving negative attention to negative people, I think this is a message here, you're therefore keeping them distracted from looking inside themselves. Because if you think about it, like, okay, say if I'm hurt, say this like somebody's hurt about something that somebody did to them, about an article, outing them for something in an article, like what happened to Stephen. You could give them attention because of it. You could say, why did you do this to me? Attention, attention, attention. Circle it around that person. And that person, if you're that person who did the terrible thing, the thing that's happened, I'm seeing it as like you're like a ball of energy and the energies are out here. If you're focusing on the energies out here, as in the hate, you're prevented from having to look inside yourself, inside your own bubble, because you're paying attention to this bubble. It's a distracting energy. Distractive energy is what is the message here. Because you're paying attention to that. If that bubble goes away, the attention, even if it's negative attention, how dare you do that? You're standing up for Stephen. He doesn't want that. Don't need it. Focus. Send love to the gay community. But that stopping, if that bubble goes away, floats away, the person's left looking at nothing. Nothing to distract them other than like day-to-day lives, eat, sleep, whatever, gym, whatever. And they're going to be bored. These types of people get bored really easily in their own company. Okay? I am feeling a little bit of narcissism here, I'll be honest with you. They get bored in their own company because they don't like themselves. Unhealed people don't like themselves, and typically they don't like their own company either, and then you're forced to look within. That's the energy there. Whew. That was hard, that was a lot. But yeah, he doesn't want you to look back in a negative way. He wants you to transmute and focus that on giving love. He's heavy, rainbow as well, good community, rainbow, heavy on that. Okay, that's how he wants you to deal with that. The energies have cleared. I'm not feeling anything else. So there's a phone on that card. Don't use your phone to send out hate. Take those swords out your back and focus on the positivity, okay? I know the swords aren't maybe in your back. We've all got swords in our back. And we've all got pain from past life. Aww. Does Stephen have kids, or do you want kids? He've used his time with Boyzone as a blessing. He've used his, this is just extra messages here. He've used his time with Boyzone as a blessing. Sorry, these cards are popping out. So, so let me just finish doing this and we'll get to them. Oh no. Okay. These are just separate energies, so I'll get to these first. He've used his time with Boyzone as a blessing. He has no regrets within the band, only positive energies and beautiful memories, and he's really glad of the impact he made on the music industry, at least at that time. I'm going to have to listen to Boyzone songs today, so... His fans meant a lot to him, and again, I'm seeing like he really appreciated his fans. I'm seeing like smiling when I mention fans, and he appreciated the love and support throughout, not just throughout that time, maybe specifically throughout that time or after that time, and he was surprised by that. He was surprised by the reaction, the positive reaction. Maybe not everyone reacted positively, but the one, he wasn't paying attention to any of it. If there was, he's not paying attention to any of that because it's not coming through. What was stressing him out though? Oh, he was very worried. This was in reverse. He was worried about how this would play out, the coming... This is giving the band's energy. He was very grateful for the time in the band and the love from the fans. But again, I'm seeing as like, he was just... Every time I mention the fans, he smiles. I'm seeing him just like appreciate the fans' energy and the support and the love, and he just sees himself as like, I'm the same as you. I'm not. So he didn't, view himself as a celebrity. He just views himself as a normal guy. He's uncomfortable with the word celebrity, I feel. This is in reverse. So the coming out, the enforced coming out. Boy, Louis. It did take him by surprise, and he was worried when he. They must have had a warning that the story was going to come out with the swords here, because he knew about it beforehand and he had time to stress about it. The Empress, i.e. Louis, allegedly, told him he was going to do it. Whether he told the band or he just told Stephen, he told them he was going to do it. So Stephen had some time, a short period of time. He knew there was nothing he could do. He felt powerless about it for some reason. I don't even see Stephen pleading with Louis to not put the story out. Wait, was this the thing that was said? I'm actually seeing person initial L. He wants me to say his name. I'm going to say it. Louis. I'll say for the video only, allegedly. Sorry, Stephen, it's just how things are these days. I'm actually seeing Louis approach Stephen. I feel like none of the band members, I feel like they're alone in some sort of room. I don't think it's Stephen's house. It's not Louis. It must be like somewhere in the entertainment industry. Maybe Louis pulled him aside or something like that and said this is what he's going to do. And Stephen's like surprised and sad, but he's not saying much. He knew he was powerless and he wasn't going to be able to stop it. And it's almost a sense of inner knowing that it's time. It's time, And I feel like Stephen wished that he could do it himself, but I feel like he didn't have the courage. It's almost like a small sense of, almost like Stephen wanted this to happen. Not this to happen this way, but almost like he wanted himself to come out, but he didn't have the courage or strength to do it at the time. So it's almost a sense of gratitude, not at the time, but now. A sense of gratitude that, did I pick this up before in the card? There's almost a sense of gratitude that it happened. Although he did stress before, there's a small time period, whether it's a few weeks or whatever, before the story came out, There's 4 swords here, so it could be 3. I'm feeling 3 weeks-ish. And I'm literally seeing Louis nodding his head and saying, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And saying something else I can't pick up what that is though. And then kind of walking out the room with his head held high. And Stephen's left feeling worried and anxious. That's what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. Definitely betrayed. Sanaya, can you go over this way, please? Sanaya, can you sit over here, please? You're not allowed to be in the video. Come and sit down. My apologies. I don't like my daughter being in the video because I like to upload it to YouTube and I think you can't. Anyway. Stressed him out, but the stress was over pretty quickly when you saw how people reacted, or most people reacted. And again, I'm feeling like even if there was negative energies towards Stephen, he only focused on the positive, and that makes sense of what I was picking up before. Like he wants you to focus on positive energies and not negative. Maybe he was a light worker. I'm feeling like so much love and push away the negativity type of energy. But yeah, he had some time. He had some time to do it, and I'm actually feeling like he didn't want to stop it. It's almost like a weight off Stephen's shoulder. And he wanted the fans to know who he truly was. There's a sense of that here. It's almost like a blessing in disguise, although it was negative and it was tough. That's why it affected Ronan the worst. That's why I felt that before. Because Stephen, he didn't want it to happen. He didn't want it to happen this way. But because he knew he didn't have the balls to do it, basically, I did pick this up before, a small sense of gratitude for the way that the Empress handled this. Every time I say Empress, I'm hearing Louis in my head. So he viewed it as for the best. It was for the better. It was the best decision that could have been made, is what he's saying. And he was able to move forward with a clearer head, not having to pretend that he was straight, basically, for all the fawning female fans. Maybe even some people asked him, like some of the female fans, or straight female fans, but maybe even they would be asking him afterwards, oh, do you have a boyfriend? You know, like take an interest rather than, oh, you're gay, let's not talk to you type of stuff, which is maybe what Stephen kind of was worried about, that people wouldn't accept him. He thought, whether this is on the lead up to this coming out, or something in general about him, I feel like there's 2 energies there. Before this came out, but the band probably quickly changed his mind about this. And before he was outed, when he knew he would want to come out, and maybe he toyed. I feel like he toyed with that decision in his mind. Like, okay, let's come out, but if I come out, the fans won't accept me, and I'll have to leave the band. So that's why there's this element of surprise there. I think and that's why he didn't want to come out in a sense as well, because he wasn't sure how people would react, and he thought he would have to leave the band for the good of the band, the good of the band's career and success and whatever. But Stephen, we all loved you. So he was able to rest better at night, knowing, like, after this happened, knowing the love and support. Why is the energy of this card still prominent? It helped him move forward and heal and accept and love himself more. And he was relieved that he didn't have to leave the band. The future was still so steady and prominent for the band, at least for a while. I think it just keeps coming through that Ronan was the one who wasn't able to let it go the most. And I do feel, based on energies here, that this is what planted the seed for Ronan going solo. I really don't think it was anything to do with the band or wanting to go solo. He wanted to continue to do music, but obviously going in a different band would betray them, so that was a decision. Yes, baby?
I want something to eat.
Okay, what would you like to eat?
Cereal.
Okay, Mummy will get you cereal. So he was able to move forward with his life in a positive way. But I will come back. I don't know how to pause this video. I just have to leave it. I'll leave it rolling. I'll come back to the other part. Okay, sorry. Ooh, okay. He viewed that decision as... he knows... Stephen knows that it was done out of a place of spite. Hello, Rebecca Evans. He knows it was done out of a place of spite. But it's almost like Stephen... I feel like Stephen was a light worker, to be honest, because he was viewing the incident, the coming out incident, who was allegedly done by Louis, aka the Empress. He viewed it for what it was, and he knew why they did it. But it's almost like Stephen was like, even at the time, I forgive you, because you are who you are. And it's really giving lightworker type of energy, where Stephen viewed it as for what it was, basically. You were just like doing this, and this is a reflection of you, not on me. And I'm going to let you be you, while I'm going to do me, type of energy here. This is like neutral energy here. It's not positive or negative. It's just like more of a seeing things as they are. And it did actually help Stephen move forward. And it propelled him for some reason, moving forward. And he had friends outside of the group who were supportive too. One specific friend is standing out, possibly a member of the LGBT community, if they're trans or bisexual or non-binary. That's what that non-binary is what the person's giving. Really supportive to Stephen as a friend, not a lover. Well, I'm talking about non-binary does not mean you're gay. Anyway, sorry, that's a bit of ignorance there. I'm sorry. Stephen wants us to do better. Stephen wants us to do better as people. Is there a strong He's a light worker. He wants us to do better as people. Again, showing love, not hate. Channel your energies positively and not in a negative way. I'm looking at the 4 symbols around the corners here. It's giving the bandmates, his bandmates. This one's coming through for some reason as Ronan. I feel like Shane, Mikey and... what's the other one? Keith. For those of you who don't read cards, you'll think that's really weird, but this is how the energies come through. Ronan has not let it go, even today. The other band members are still bothered about it. For some reason, Mikey less so. For Mikey, I feel like he looks back on it as a time of, yeah, that wasn't cool. What they did wasn't cool, and he does have love for Stephen that he carries with him today. I do think Mikey's a good person, actually. I don't think any of them are bad people. Keith is giving fatherly vibes. Protective energy around Stephen. But he's also like thinking of things logically, I feel. They've all got a cloud of smoke around them from what happened during that time. And I don't think any of them realise that Stephen is really... They're thinking about that. Stephen seemed to be the only one in the band. I'm seeing this throughout the whole reading. Who was able to let it go. Narcissist card. Narcissist card. The Empress. The gay person who outed him. Again, I just heard Louis in my head when I said that. He's a narcissist. He still holds resentment toward to this day for not getting the reaction he wanted. He's still angry about it. I feel like a sense of anger in my pit of my stomach. He's still angry about it. But again, Stephen's saying to us, let it go. This person's pain is not your pain. And do not use someone else's pain to give to anger, because that is going to add to the anger of the world in general, the energies of the world in general. And that's not going to serve any of us. Focus on healing and positivity. Healing, positivity with the stars here. Okay, channel and transmute your energies in a positive way. Okay, to better help people heal. So if you heal, if you act more positively and with more love, other people will heal. Okay, and that's going to help the gay community move forward and be more at peace with themselves and let go of ideologies and worries and concerns that no one will accept them. And for the lesbian, not just the gay men, lesbians too. Is that still politically correct? If someone's in the LGBT community, please tell me. Gay women as well. Not just gay men. There's energies there. Because people need to be more comfortable with themselves and they need to feel more accepted. And that will help create a balance with people's mental health and get a level of self-acceptance. This is Stephen's message to you, the fans. Straight, gay, whatever. He's also saying for non-binary people, let go of your anger about that. Remember that that person is unhealed and there's nothing you can do about it except channel positivity within you. That's what Stephen wants. Why is the energy of this card prominent? He's really heavy on showing love for the gay community. I always view this King of Wands, although it's a king, it's supposed to be a male. I view this person as like non-binary. This is giving LGBT community. So attend like a LGBT event, like a, what was it, you get gay pride. Attend something like that, even if you're straight. Celebrate them with them, even if you don't have a gay friend, co-worker, brother, child, whatever. Celebrate with them. And if you don't want to celebrate them, ask yourself why. Why wouldn't you want to support people? Because these people, I'm not saying everybody's not a one-size-fits-all statement, because everyone is different. A lot of people in the gay community carry pain, worry, anger, and I am seeing mental health come through as an underlying energy here for the gay community. Again, not one size fits all statement. I'm not saying if you're gay you're mentally ill, because that's just not true. But I feel like it's the way the world views gay, the lack of acceptance, lack of equality. I mean, gay marriage in the UK was only legalised in 2015. Stephen Gately had passed away in 2009. Let that sink in. Let that sink in for this time period that this is all going down. And even for the movement of being gay, why has it taken humanity? I can't remember the first country for somewhere in Europe. Was it Germany, Netherlands? I think it was the Netherlands who first legalised gay marriage, and that I believe, if I'm not mistaken, was 2009-ish, and then some other countries kind of followed after. That is late. I believe Elton John, he's in a civil partnership, is it called? I don't follow Elton John at all, but I believe he's in a civil partnership, and he's been with his partner for a long time. So think about that. Think about how long the movement has taken and how people are still so religious and ignorant towards gay people. Just because you're not homophobic or transphobic, or if you don't care what somebody's pronouns are, it doesn't mean everyone else thinks the same as you. And this is what Stephen's trying to remind us here. The imbalances of the world, the inequality of the world. And your love, you showing love, is going to help better support communities and people individually who need it. Because I'm again being drawn to people who are living in families who are either religious or just like anti-gay in general, or even people who are non-binary whose family will not respect their pronouns, things like that. These are the people who need love. These are the people who need your support. This is the people who need you to do videos online. Instead of making a video about, oh, I'm so angry at this Empress who did this to Stephen Gately. How about use your time effectively? Instead of doing that, make a video on your TikTok or whatever. Gay community, I love you, I accept you, you're heard in my space, your pronouns are respected in my space. Love who you want to love, and I'm going to love you for it even more. I accept you, I appreciate you, you are worthy, you are loved. I'm seeing that affirmation in my head, so I'm just going to go with it. This is like giving affirmations that some people in the gay community, maybe everybody needs to hear affirmations, okay? Not specific to the gay community, but we're not doing an all lives matter thing around here, okay? We're not doing all sexualities matter around here, okay? This is specifically a message from Stephen, and this is what he wants you to do. Support the gay community, because I'm feeling so strong. There's people who are struggling mentally. A lot of people are struggling mentally. You don't have to be gay to struggle mentally. It's not specific to gay. I struggle mentally, and I'm not gay. I'm not non-binary. I'm cisgender, she, her. But I think it's a build-up. The build-up of how long the movement's taken, a build-up of how long mindsets are taken to change, and specifically I'm drawn on the side, families who don't accept their own children, brother or uncle or whatever, because of their pronouns, sexuality, whatever, trans. We need a lot of education, we need to go a lot further with this movement. So channel your love positively, okay, not your hatred. If you spend time hating, you're just putting more hate out. Why? Stephen doesn't like that. He doesn't like hate. He's a lightworker. I've been feeling that, and I just looked at the wand and I saw it. He didn't know that when he was alive, though. And again, I'm getting a sense of He doesn't view himself that way, because a light worker would be like, but I'm technically a light worker, but I'm kind of agreeing with Stephen here. Puts you like, gives you a sense of putting yourself on a throne or something, like up there, or I'm up here and you're down. No, Stephen, he doesn't want to, it's like he doesn't want to label himself other than being gay, which he's comfortable with. Like, gay is it's not a label, is it? But that's the only like term he's going to be comfortable with. He doesn't like the light worker, he's shaking his head, but I strongly feel that he is one. Because that's the energies he's given. He's given all the love and not hatred, and, you know, healing, and, you know, looking at things positively, and things were a gift. You know, the band was a blessing and a gift. And the fans are a blessing as well. But yeah, he wants you to, he's heavy on this. He wants you to show love to the community, support them, encourage them. I know a lot of people don't ask this, and I have been ignorant myself and thought, well, why should I ask somebody their pronouns? And just tell them I'm not going to ask every person their pronouns. That was ignorant of me. That was ignorant of me, and I am pro-equality and have been throughout my whole life. And I couldn't believe, I actually only learned a few years ago when gay marriage was legalised in the UK, and I was shocked to see that Scotland legalised it in 2015. I was shocked. I don't know when Ireland was. 2013? I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. But anyway, that's the energy's there for that. What's the knocking? He wants you to knock on doors of opportunity to go forward in life like he did. He wants you to knock on doors of opportunities. Create them for yourselves. This is moving away actually from the support for gay. This is a nice, interesting message. Unexpected. Move forward with opportunities in life. Don't waste time, he's kind of saying. Go for your dreams. If your dream is to be a singer, do it. If your dream is to be, you know, be who you are. There's a message there as well. Be true to yourself, he's saying, no matter who you are. And it's not just specific to the gay community, it's specific to everyone. Inclusive, okay? Be true to who you are. Be true to yourself. Again, he's saying show love, bravery and kindness, and not negativity and any toxicity and pain. I'm drawn to go back to this card, and I feel like Shane's energy was channeled elsewhere. I didn't touch on him before, did I? But yeah, Mikey's giving a good person. He did care about Stephen, and he was affected, but he was able to let go of it a bit quicker, I think, because he saw that Stephen was okay, and he's like, if you're fine, I'm fine, mate, you know, type of energy. Keith felt more protective over Stephen after this, and Ronan, I'm just feeling heavily, strongly that he couldn't let it go. Ronan did not let it go. Stephen wants you to look after yourself and acknowledge inner healing, because past pains don't actually serve you, okay? Nice message there. Oh, Stephen was intuitive. But he wasn't tapped into his intuition. He was in reverse, so he wasn't tapped into his intuition when he was alive. He's grateful. He's grateful for the financially abundant life, the things that he was able to do. I don't know if he bought things for his houses for his family or something. We'll go back to that. I don't know if he was able to buy things for his family, like houses, cars, things like that. He was very grateful for the financial opportunities that the band brought, and he lived a comfortable life. And again, he's telling him not to label like wealthy and rich and things like that, because that gives you a impression of being up there. He's just like, okay, I was blessed with money in my life, and I was grateful for it. As a type of energy there, which is really beautiful. Again, he doesn't like this, but lightworker type of energy. I agree with him though, I don't use the term lightworker myself. He's very grateful for that. He was grateful that he was able to look after friends, family, help people if they needed help. I'm seeing like a friend needed money at some point, and he helped them, didn't want it back, he just was happy to help. He doesn't like this. But look, I'm looking at this stick here. You see it's light, white. It's just giving lightworker. See, Dolores Cannon said that some people who are lightworkers or starseeds fulfill their mission on Earth without realizing it. I'm not sure if this is what happened here. He doesn't carry any of the pain with him in the afterlife, and he's saying this again, don't you carry that pain. Don't you try and use his pain as a way to be hateful online, because He hates that. He really hates that. Again, channel it positively. Be kind. Because other people, when you spend time online, instead of channeling the darkness, be kind. Because you never know what a difference that's going to make to somebody's day. Little story. Oh, is that coming through again? Little story. When I was a barmaid, I feel like it doesn't. Anyway, okay, I was going to tell a story, but I felt like he didn't want me to tell it. I think he wants me to stay focused. But you never know what kindness, a small amount of kindness, is going to do to somebody's day. If you're having a really crap day and somebody says something nice to you, that is going to lift you up. That's going to give you that bit of hope, that little speckle of positivity. That's the kind of energy that he wants you to give to people who are struggling, okay? Make them feel stronger with your words, and like they can continue and go on, okay? There's nastiness. These are connected but separate. This is positivity. This is the negativity that someone's dealing with. This could be, you know, anyone who's dealing with pain, having a bad day at work, having, you know, poor mental health, you know, overwhelmed, stressed, having a bad marriage, bad relationship, breakup, whatever, you know. Somebody's going through that. But if you give them, even if you say, oh, you really suit that purple cardigan, that's going to make a difference, because giving them a little bit of positivity. I've got this thing where I always try and say nice things if there's something nice to say. That's what I've been doing, practicing that for some time. And the amount of people that actually are surprised but happy that when some things are said. He's saying that saying nice things will give people inner strength when they're having hard times, okay? Because this is inner strength here, the nice things that you say, little seeds that you plant. Oh, you really suit your hair that colour. I love your green hair. That's so different. That's so cool. You know, love your zebra trousers. Oh, hi, who I think is a male on the bus. I love that dress you're wearing. Why not? Flowers really bring out your eyes. Say something like that. Got something nice to say? Say it. Because that person who's that... Some men like to dress... What's wrong? I don't know what's wrong. You have to choose your words. Let's just mix it up.
No.
Alright, we'll give it to Cindy.
No.
Shh, calm down. It's okay.
No. Mommy.
So I can't put the sound on the TV right now. I'm going to stop this reading soon, but yeah, that'll help people have inner strength. Because if you say like a cis, give it to me.
No.
Oh, I'm trying to help you. If you see a cisgender male on a bus who's not trans, just, you know, a male who likes to dress up, maybe they're non-binary, but in a dress, is it better for that person and you to stare at them and judge you? Or is it better just to, if you don't like it, leave them alone? Because you don't know how your stare and judgment is going to affect them on a deep level, okay? What would you like Mummy to do?
No.
Okay.
No.
Just mix it up. Oh my God. You get so stressed. It's okay.
No.
Would you like another one?
Yeah.
Is it because the sugar is on the bottom?
Yeah.
Then you mix it up and then the sugar will be on the top, okay?
No.
It's okay.
I want cereal.
Oh no, that's not how you ask for cereal. I'm sorry.
Need cereal.
I'm going to stop this. I cannot...
Cereal.
You've got cereal. Should I stop? Should I continue?
Bella. Mommy.
Ah, Bella. Oh, hi, Mummy.
Mommy.
Okay, I'm going to stop.